Hi guys, AD Hitman back. In today's video, I wanted to share with you just another reason why a GPU may not get applied. Let's directly jump into my test domain. So I do have a flat forest. That means a root domain with one domain controller and one jump host server as my member server. Let's see the GPO we are talking about today. It is the creation of a folder. And when we do see the settings, it's just all about creating a folder named AD Hitman on the C drive at the root level. That's all. I linked it to the tier 1 servers OU. And when we quickly look at the tier 1 servers OU in Active Directory Domain Services, we do see the computer object from the jump host server. So our expectation is actually pretty straightforward, that this GPU gets applied here and create the AD Hitman folder on the C drive. Let's give it a shot and open the CMD, and then we will execute gp update /target : computer. As we do know, it's a computer settings. We can target the gp update just to update the computer settings and not the user settings. Now the computer policy update has completed successfully, but on the left hand side, when we refresh, we don't see the AD Hitman folder. First of all, let's check with GP result if the GPU at all gets applied. But for this, we need the elevated command prompt to see the computer settings. So quickly run as user : administrator, the local account, and then we want to have the CMD. Enter the password, press enter, and let's see with the GP result what we get. GP result R scope : computer. And at least we can see that under applied group policies, the tier X_create folder is applied, but we are not getting the folder created. So now I come to the reason why this happened in this case. So when we look one above in the upper OU, tier 1, there is a GPU enforced with other settings. And actually in this case, it is kind of the settings to delete the folder AD Hitman. So even though this GPU is linked on an upper level of the OU path, because it is enforced, it will get applied last in comparison to the GPU which is linked on the below OU. We can see this order when we click here on the GPMC tier 1_servers OU. And in the middle tab, Group Policy Inheritance, now you see the order, and it is always from the bottom to the top. So the bottom gets first applied and then up to the bottom. So whatever is on top always gets applied last. And here we as well see in brackets enforced. So that's the reason why our folder gets deleted finally. When we know, just to have an evidence that this is the case, just let's say we will not enforce this GPU, we will immediately see that the order here kind of changed, right? So the GPU other settings is not any longer on the top of the precedence. Now it is the create folder GPU because it is nearer to the computer object from the OU perspective. So as my computer object is located in tier 1_servers, and there the create folder GPU is linked, it is the nearest to the computer object. So now that one gets applied. And as a quick proof that now the update folder gets created, let's just target the computer settings again and give it a try. And here we go, the folder now gets created. So in my example, it was super easy to recognize it because I just have 3 GPUs in total: default domain policy, other settings, and create folder. In your environment, you will have maybe not that easy because you have hundreds of GPUs, and it will maybe tough to figure out which other GPU is actually contradicting or interfering with you. So here I just wanted to point out that you at least look for this kind of reason as well in your environment, that an enforced GPU from an upper OU actually will be applied then last in comparison to the GPU you expect to be applied. Okay, that's all from my end for today. Thank you for listening and have a great evening. Your AD Hitman.